Good morning. This is Eugenia with Radiant Warrior Living. And today I would like to talk about how to be prepared for anything and everything that life may bring. And everything and anything means a lot of different things. What I'd like to talk about is different circumstances that sometimes life brings us that we least expect. And those could be, some difficult situations and stressful moments, but also things like, all of a sudden abundance or different things that we least expect that could also create kind of a sense of confusion and a sense of, not being sure what to do and how to move forward. Different positive surprises and other types of surprises. A lot of the times when we are in our life moving forward and we are dealing with something or our life sort of is kind of in a routine and we're used to it, sometimes things happen that create kind of a new sense of wanting to change something, or we're forced to be changing something because we're faced with circumstances. And it's really how we think and how we see things and what our perspective is that would help us go through that experience in one way or another. And I do believe that our mindset and how we see those circumstances is what prepares us or what helps us see that as an opportunity, see that as a solution, see that as an adventure, see it as a lesson, as an experience, and so on. Having the right mindset, makes a huge difference in life. And I can give you a lot of examples from my own life, where a lot of the times, if I saw difficulties coming, or if I saw something as a problem, it was a problem. It was something that I looked at as a problem. It was something that I considered a problem. So I dealt with it from a very narrow mindset, from a mindset of having to get over it, and I saw it as such a negative thing. I'm a huge believer that the energy that we live with and how we see things in our life is really what will determine what kind of experience we'll have. And very often when we're dealing with something difficult, like somebody being sick in our family, having to look after like an aging parent, or having to look after somebody who is not well, or even dealing with a death in the family or a divorce in the family, those things are usually considered as a negative, and or something that is a big problem that has to be overcome. And I'm not asking you to change the way you see it, because if you're seeing somebody in your family not being well as a problem, it's of course something very difficult to deal with. But if we are going to go through that experience, what about developing a slightly different attitude towards it and seeing what can we learn from that situation? I mean, very often when I look at somebody who is not well, it reminds me of the fact that I need to be really looking after myself, and I need to make sure that I look after my health. I need to make sure that I actually take every day on this earth as a very special day, because you just never know in life. And as much as I'm very positive, none of us are promised, a life, a very long life. We all, are not determining how long we'll be here. So enjoying every day and appreciating the time with our loved ones, since life can be unpredictable, is very important, because the moments that we spend together when we're present and we're fully enjoying it is what matters. So I'd like to talk about kind of the right mindset and understanding how we deal with difficult situations, or not just difficult situations, but situations that sometimes take us on a different course in our life. And the more we see those situations as an opportunity, as an experience, as an adventure, the more interesting our life can become. So I have received my coaching certification from an IPAC institute, and it's been an amazing experience. and I've gone through sort of the whole energy certification where we've talked about the different energy levels. There's 7 energy levels in total. The lowest level of energy is energy level 1, which is basically a mindset of fear and having to constantly be stressed and view life as one big battle. The second level is kind of the level of despair, but also the fact that you have to fight for what you believe in, and seeing everything as, if I win, I don't care about anybody else. The level 3 energy is about kind of, I'm okay, I will survive this, but is being sort of very judgmental about different situations and seeing yourself as someone struggling. Level 4 is about being caring for others and putting others first. So a lot of people in the caretaking professions sometimes live in level 4 energy. Level 5 energy is, we win, I win if you win, and I come at it as far as cooperating with others and being a leader and being prepared for anything in life. Level 6 energy is being a leader and being somebody who's present all the time and sees opportunity in everything. And level 7 is really hard to attain. That's kind of the level of Buddha, a level of being kind of in blissful existence. So, all of us go through all these different levels of energy throughout our life. And when we're aware at what kind of energy we come at in life, then we can see how things will progress. You can actually predict how things will move forward. So if you approach life from a place of fear, from level 1, and despair, and that you're a victim, then a lot of things will present themselves as battles. You'll see yourself as a victim, and you'll be struggling through everything that you're dealing with. If you're seeing life from level 2 energy, which is, I have to win, I don't care about anybody else, it is about me, then, those people are very difficult to deal with, and they will, the ends to that, the means will justify the ends for them. And they'll be, you'll be coming at it from a place of, I don't care about anybody else, I really have to win. And at times, that attitude is necessary in life, especially if you're dealing with something that's super traumatic and you're trying to protect your family and defend what's yours. None of the energy levels are really bad. It's just important to understand that each level of energy presents different opportunities and will present your life with a different experience. The level 3 energy is where you really pretend that everything is okay, but deep down you're struggling. Will also create this sense of, I'm dealing with something, I'm okay, but deep down it will be a big battle, and you will not admit the struggles to yourself. So you'll be going through something and saying to yourself, I'm okay, but deep down there'll be this sense of dissatisfaction. Level 4 energy is really when you care about others way more than you care about yourself, which is great in certain situations, especially when we have to take care of others. But sometimes people who do that all the time in their life, they are sacrificing so much that they're not always taking care of themselves. And as we know, if you're not looking after yourself and you're always giving to others, it's not healthy. So, being in that energy is okay every once in a while, but it's very important to be aware of your own needs as well. So if you're coming at life from level 4 energy, you'll be helping others, but it's important to, at times, think about yourself. And then level 5, it's really being cooperative and understanding that your success in life and other people's success are interconnected. And so, living life from the level 5 and seeing an opportunity in everything would present a very different experience. And again, level 6 would be really in kind of, not seeing the problem, but really seeing an opportunity in everything that comes your way. So the reason I'm bringing up the energy levels is because we are, we go through life in different situations, especially the stressful situations, we do have automatic reactions to. And most people go to the level 1 and 2, which are the level sort of a victim or the level of a fighter. in the difficult situations in our life. And being aware of what kind of energy you throw at something, or what kind of energy shows up for you, which is determined in a lot of ways by your beliefs and by what is something that you've learned from your childhood, what is something you've heard from the people around you as you were growing up. Those are the things that will show up, because in stressful situations, a lot of it is really about the beliefs and the faith and your understanding of how things will play out. So a lot of the times we have all the stories that show up, and we already think we know what the outcome will be. And let me tell you, if you think that you know the outcome and you expect a certain outcome, and especially if you're staying in the level 1 and 2, you will be presented with that outcome. So if we start thinking about how we come at life and what we see in different situations and how we see those situations play out in our life and start seeing different outcomes, we might actually surprise ourselves. So I have here a little rock that was given to me by IPAC, that on one side it says the problem, and on the other side it says the solution. So in life, this is a true reminder for me that when we see a problem in a situation, that we will encounter a problem, but that there's always a solution on the other side. And that if we see something that shows up as something that will create a lot of obstacles, it will create a lot of obstacles. So if we see that as an opportunity to learn, as an opportunity to experience something new, as an opportunity to go through and learn something that will give us different skill set, and then we'll be able to go through it in a very different way. And I'm not saying that it will make your life easier, but you'll be able to see different opportunities and different things show up if you expect them, if you look for solutions and not just see problems. I do believe that this mentality and this mindset, they do work, and they help a person be able to be open to what life may present. So, in a situation, let's say, I was talking to a client yesterday about an opportunity with work, and they were saying that they're not happy with where they are, and they've started looking for a new opportunity, and they've been seeing opportunities everywhere, because finally, she just decided that she no longer wants to be the victim. She no longer wants to be in that level 1 energy of, I hate my job, I don't like people that I work with, there's no opportunities. She started looking at it from the point of view, okay, I've been here, I've learned my lessons, I'm learning a lesson now, but I'm ready to start seeing opportunities other places. And when she switched that mindset, it really presented her with a lot of new opportunities of meeting new people and starting to talk about and starting to dream and really understand what it is that she's looking for and what it is that she wants for herself, and seeing the different possibilities out there, and understanding that it's a process, but you have to start somewhere. So she started talking to different people about what she's looking for. So her level of energy, she moved from level 1 to sort of level 2, I will fight for myself, to level 3, how can I start engaging with others and offering my support and my help, and kind of being not judging where she is, but really starting to see opportunities. So when I talked to her yesterday, she was at level 5 and saying, all the things are coming together, all these people that I'm meeting, all know something and have offered me to talk to somebody and have given me some advice that will help me kind of move to the next step, and I'm ready. So we are aware of how we see something and what level of energy, kind of where we're at, and what are our beliefs about where we're going and where we're now and what we're capable of, we'll be able to bring it together and see something from a very, very different point of view. So I hope that this little review of the levels of energy maybe will open something different for you, and you'll be able to notice where you're at in different situations. I mean, When I have to deal with something with family, I very often go to level one, and now that I'm aware of it, sort of the level of, I don't know how to deal with it, I'm presented with these circumstances that are not mine, and when I catch myself in that victim state of mind, I right away kind of say, no, I'm not a victim at all. I'm going to move forward with the mentality of, I know who I am. I can see this as an opportunity to learn something. And so it really changes right away kind of how I see something, and where I see kind of no way out to seeing that, I can deal with this differently. And it really helps, especially when we are faced with something that maybe we didn't expect, or something that life throws at us, around our work, our loved ones, or some other things that might present themselves. So hopefully you've found this information something that you can use in your life, and I keep this between the problem on one side and the solution on my desk all the time, and it reminds me that we can see every situation from the point of view of it presenting a problem or it being an opportunity to find a solution. And when we're ready to see solutions, the solutions will show up. They'll just be out there. It's amazing how it works. So I suggest you try that. And I'm hoping that every situation that shows up in your life where it's a little bit unexpected, or you have to deal with something that maybe you don't think you're prepared for, just catch yourself where you're at. What are the thoughts that are showing up? What are you feeling? Are you feeling that you can deal with it? And if not, remind yourself, this would not be the first time that you've been presented with something that is difficult, or something that maybe is looking like a challenge. And see what were the other times in your life where you actually were able to overcome a situation that's similar to it. And remind yourself that you're very capable, that you can do it. It's just in that moment when we go to that stress reaction, or to that to that kind of level 1 or level 2 energy, where we're kind of like right away reacting, and take a deep breath and remember that everything in life is an opportunity, and every problem, really, anything you see has a solution. There is not one situation in life that does not have a solution. And if that mindset, if you can start developing that mindset, it will really help you. I have been working on that myself, and it works like magic. So I wish you all the best. Thank you to everyone who's been watching. I really appreciate it, and I will be back next Thursday at 10:05 a.m. Eastern for the next show. Have a wonderful day.